building a video sales funnel, testing it using free traffic methods, LinkedIn, list farming, cold email. You get yourself a strong foundational sales copy that's niche specific. It's testing the assumptions directly into the market. You're mining LinkedIn or a list of warm contacts or relationships. You're running an outbound prospecting campaign or two to drum up 5 to 50 appointments a month, whatever your level of ambition is. And then you're building your high converting landing page, video sales letters, and micro VSLs. You use a strong sales script to convert the prospects over the phone. If you can't get prospects to sign a deal, you will need to put them into remarketing and review the offer, positioning, and pricing. Consider giving a discount on the software, but not the bodies. Some setup time is required, so you cover your people's time. And if you are giving a discount, ask for a video testimonial if you do a good job. So some questions on this one. So should I build my videos for direct? Can I also have them repurposed for partners, for example? You can try that, but it makes probably more sense to put the video into the context of your channel partner. But we do these things. We worked last month with two of our clients presented as part of the Tech Tour Deep Tech program. And it was a great wraparound for us to be able to both have the credibility of going into that community and being teamed up with them, but also use the same content in the event to invite the network that our clients cared to sell into. So kind of got two birds with one stone there. How long will it take to build the first funnel? Well, it's 1 to 3 weeks if you know what you're doing and you have the right video and the funnel map. Otherwise, when you start, you've got to do discovery to get that VSL script correct. That can take a couple, 3 months to get the positioning precise enough and to be able to pull in the CEO or the head of sales time, since they're super busy, to write the script or to help them write the script. You don't want to do a generic video that just regurgitates everything people already know inside the company. You really want to be spending time writing the true positioning of the VSL script rather than doing horizontal videos or something. What should be the booking rate? 2%. If you're going through a professional network, then 3 to 5 times higher. How long does it take to get those first meetings? 7 to 14 days. You can get them pretty quick. And how much does it cost to get the data and run this experiment? Well, I think, $500 a quarter, probably, maybe less. But that's for LinkedIn. It's like, what is that, like $90 a month or something? And some automation tools, which are quite inexpensive. How do I line up appointments on LinkedIn and Facebook if I can't get cold emails to work? Add prospects as connections, then send them a second message and move them over to the form using the VSLs. So the next step, scaling up lead gen and sales using paid traffic, retargeting funnel, a sales team, and after parties, which also is AKA partnerships and affinity network. So you're running your Facebook ads, your LinkedIn ads, you're using customer lists, you're installing a retargeting pixel on the website and really trying to drive your demos down to under, say, $100 per demo. You can measure it. Once you've captured the leads, you send them a video sales letter, sales page that prompts the viewer to either book a demo or sign up for a trial. The funnel and the trials to a sales team are trained on a script that you've validated already. Then you can have sort of a party, something where you're bringing some knowledge to the executives, helping them network, strengthen their career, and meet interesting startups, technologies. Ideally, they're helping to drive the invitation list. Actually, that's the best way to do it. And you get this intimate gathering with people you know and those that you need to meet. You can scale up ad spend, start running channel partner traffic, hiring more salespeople, again, once the economics of it is making sense. When we looked at big box events before the pandemic, I was already pretty sour on this idea of folks speaking, hopping into black limos on the way to the airport after, or going to the 2% parties where only a handful of people are really allowed to go. It's just a huge time suck. You can wrap this method that I'm describing around those events. That's a lot better way to do it. Or if you're an accelerator, again, wrap this stuff around your experience. Don't depend on these mechanisms, especially the pandemic has made them even less effective. I'm sure anybody who's attended events, online events, it's really frustrating because everyone's distracted and nobody's following up the way they may have before. But you're going to get a 20 to 50% more productive approach when you're using a small team to do this outward stuff. And then the events themselves are going to give you like a 3x more relevance. So these numbers here, I'm not going to go into it here. I can explain it maybe another time, but the point is that the number of good leads that you get is very low, like, you say 13%, whereas there's a much higher rate, which is about 4x when you do these small tailored invite only things. It's just much more time efficient. And then if you're part of the hosting team or you're behind the scenes, you're going to get even more value. You're going to like double that value, because literally the invitation lists are your target customers and partners. So that's just a bit here on the effectiveness of affinity networks and after parties. But once we know the content roadmap for VSLs, we work with clients to figure out their ad buy plan, use VSLs to air cover the SDRs who are out booking inbound calls. The teams are usually small, 1 or 2 people initially. Right now, they were 30 plus marketing managers in different markets who have the role to incorporate VSLs and drive awareness in their market niche. The last few years, we've invited more than 500 execs and a couple hundred tech firms and around 100 grad students from universities to some of these affinity gatherings that we've done. And we currently are really focused on recruiting some good grad and undergrads from top machine learning universities that want to learn international business development and also work in machine learning and deep tech, or make an impact with deep tech. So if you're interested at all in any of that, traineeships for young talent, let me know, because scaling is also dependent on the people you got, and we can train them up and then you can hire them if you like them. You're going to scale up using lead gen and paid traffic, retargeting, a sales team, partners. You start running your Facebook ads, your LinkedIn ads using customer lists and target groups. You install a pixel on the website, run aggressive retargeting ads to drive demos, try to get that down under $100 per demo. You measure it. You don't hire people until you've achieved it or you've gotten something that you're comfortable with there efficiency-wise. Co-host some gatherings, share some knowledge. It's a great way to build relationships. As we come out of the pandemic, everybody's going to be like a sponge trying to reconnect with others. And so there's going to be a 2 or 3 year window where you can literally refresh a great ecosystem of people around you, and then hire your salespeople, your SDRs or students, teach them the script, get them doing 4 to 6 calls a day and make it rain. Or if they're students, maybe not quite, that same level of effectiveness, but certainly on the front end of getting meetings. Who doesn't want to talk to a grad student, that's helping deep tech companies be successful in the world we're living in today? I think a lot of execs will take the call. So Q&A around scaling up lead gen and sales, using these different techniques, questions. So how long does it take to validate the cold traffic funnel? A couple of weeks. Will paid ads work for my niche? Generally, yes. Everyone is on LinkedIn, Facebook, or Google, so you can upload custom lists and run targeted traffic to your niche. Key is to find the relevant audience. I have a marketing person here in-house. Shouldn't they be doing this? Yes, they should. However, this stuff is complicated for them to do it by themselves. You need to have them working with an expert to get it off the ground and align the content roadmap to be sure you're tackling executives in the different markets, doing that in a way that they're gonna like it. We recommend that the CEO or founder validate the paid traffic funnel before bringing in extra help. So it's really rigorous. And we also recommend that they bring in an expert while they're setting up their funnel. Can't a digital marketing agency do this? Well, they can try, but it rarely works. The success of your funnel is dependent on this copywriting and targeting and this iterative process of knowing how to sort of make executives comfortable, get them to share their perspectives with you, and then capturing that and improving the in-house collateral. The only person who truly understands your market enough to write your effective VSLs or ads is you. Outsourcing that to a digital marketing agency will probably end with you wasting money and time. So do you see that by isolating the niche, focusing the resources, Then as a second step, building a video sales funnel, testing it with free traffic methods like outbounds or existing relationships. And then step 3, scaling up lead gen and sales using paid traffic, retargeting funnel, and a sales team and partners or retreats or parties that you can go from 0 to 1 million in ARR in less than 12 months. Well, we believe that you can. How to do it? Well, option number 1 of how to go from 0 to 1 million in a remote market using this telescope approach is you do this yourself. And that's what everyone's out there doing right now. And if you have the in-house people and the experience to pull it off, but it could take a long time to isolate the niche. Hiring is risky. Most accelerators are too generic, and you need to really have your own approach. You could struggle to build your initial funnel and validate it with free sources if you don't have strong copywriting skills, but the funnel would get a false negative. You could struggle with outbound prospecting, getting the wrong message, the wrong tools, the wrong sequence. You could struggle with validating cold traffic and scaling. It's extremely hard to line up all these pieces properly. You have to spin multiple plates, and if you've never done it, there's a good chance that you're going to fail. The other option that you have is that you could work with us and do that over the course of 4 to 12 months to help you set up and validate your funnel. Again, who's this presentation for? This is a presentation today for SaaS companies with a working product that are scaling up. This is a video for the deep tech companies with a working product and they're scaling up, or it's for executives in pre to Series D plus that are validating or revalidating their markets. You can find all these case studies on our website. We've got lots and lots of case studies. We have testimonials. This is a testimonial from Roll to Hoop, the VC I mentioned. I made the introduction to the NLP company that we worked with. There are lots of other examples: Hippo, Cinnamon out of Japan, and AI, Eagle Eyes doing encrypted data sharing out of Japan, Privacy Check, Netis out of Slovenia in data mining and crypto, as well as the XDPL example. This is a picture of the Cisco CEO announcing Zeti as one of their partners. You can see them right next to the Apple logo. And this is us hanging out, partying afterwards on University Ave. I think that may be across the street from the wine bar, if you know that area. More testimonials. That's Ronald Monach, one of my favorite Dutch entrepreneurs who ended up moving to the Bay Area. These are examples of spotlights we've done. We did this last month with Tech Tour. We hosted the Growth Insights session where we were able to have our 2 clients, their Algolytics and Gravity, share between 10 and 20-minute videos, which they now have as sort of evergreen content that they can reuse. Lots of growth insights from CEOs who grew. So Hugo, that's Marcel on the left, and then the founder of Shazam, Chris Spartan, on the right, and then a whole boatload of companies that we've showcased from iTribe that exited to Facebook, to Platform SH, to SwiftKey, lots of other really interesting companies presenting and getting videos and then having the ability to use those videos in their marketing. Lots of past retreats in the last few years. Here's some photographs of what we did in Antwerp, where we had Uber Eats, ex-exec there, H2O, AI companies, a bunch of interesting folks. Here's the agenda that we had. So you can see we're covering growth topics over and over and over again. We're getting lots of interesting AI enterprise companies presenting, capturing those videos, and getting the senior executives who are managing the transformations within industry. So this one was in Antwerp. So we had some Dutch and Belgian companies. A lot of these guys actually were remote. 2018 at the Microsoft Reactor, again, roundtables for AI discussions for people. Here's a bunch of, you can't really see this, but if you pause the video, you'll see a ton of great organizations, ranging from Anderson Horowitz was there to Arunda or Sentience out of Belgium. It's a really good AI company. And I'm just showing you this so you see we're not making this stuff up. It's sort of blurry. So sorry about that. 2017, again, bringing invitations there to Anderson Horowitz's office, meeting with the Estonian mafia, getting them involved, UC Berkeley women investors, the Felicious Ventures that had just raised a 500 million euro fund. We had the managing director there, founder of the fund. So lots and lots of nice relationships being built over the years, mainly by taking great European companies and putting them in front of people that they need to meet. Again, lots of other retreats. So the quick and dirty benefits here: validate your US and Europe sales funnels quickly, build up scaffolding, get your revenue goal quickly, keep pressure on the niche, hire the right people at the right time, give them a playbook that they need to succeed, be capital efficient, prove the investment thesis by closing flagship clients. That'll help you close more funding at a better pre-money valuation, so your founders can hold on to more of the company and build an incredible SaaS or deep tech business. What are the features?